Don't forget to share the love by subscribing to my channel and contribute with a comment too.
Welcome to yoga. A few times a year, I usually concentrate on ankles and feet. This is such an important area, but if you don't have any pain there, you usually don't even pay attention to it, and definitely not exercise that area. And since we all walk a lot in shoes, you can lose some of your dexterity in this area. And that can lead to weakening of feet and ankles, which can lead to pain. And not only pain in this area, it can lead to pain in other joints and knees and hips and so forth. So let's give some love to your feet and ankles today. Let's get started. Starting on your back, Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides, palms facing up. And if this for some reason is not comfortable, find another comfortable position, maybe feet on the floor, wider than the hips and knees together. And from here, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Do that one more time. Get rid of any tension here. Close your eyes. Starting to breathe in and out through your nose, which we do mostly through this practice. But this time, just normal breath. Don't force it. You can pay attention to where you feel your breath mostly. All the way down in the belly. Maybe it's in your rib cage. Try to keep your focus here. Every time a thought comes up, just acknowledge it and let it drift away like a cloud. Come back to your breath over and over again. If you want to set an intention for your practice, please do so now. Whatever you want. Maybe sending some extra love to a body part that hurts. Maybe being kind to yourself, having kind thoughts, following your breath, whatever it is. Open your eyes. Feet to the floor. Take your right knee in, use your hands and gently press down. Extend your right leg and then just start circle here with your foot, working your ankle, maybe circle in one direction, the other. You can point your toes, flex your foot, anything that feels good here. And pause, point your toes, straight leg, and slowly guide your leg closer to your body. So you should feel a good stretch in the back of your leg here. Doesn't matter how far you get the leg. And then flex the foot. And let's switch legs. Left knee in. And extend the leg. Same thing here. Circle your ankle. Pointing, flexing. The whole time breathing in and out through your nose. And pause, point your toes, guide your leg closer to your body. If you ever feel like you're holding your breath in any pose, just back out. Or if your breath is shallow, flex the foot. And both feet to the floor, feet hip width apart. Inhale, press both feet into the floor, hips to the ceiling and arms over your head. Extended bridge pose. Exhale, come down with your arms again, sacrum on the floor. Moving back and forth here. Move with your own breath. So you may go faster than me, or slower, it's all good. Next time, your arms are overhead, just stay here. Come down again, hands under your knees, roll on your spine a few times, up and down. Come all the way up to seated. Doing cat-cow seated today. Or actually not cat-cow, let's do circles first. So forward with your chest and back. It's kind of like a cow-cows, but we would do circles where we're moving our spine. Go really wide with the circles, it feels good. And other direction. Last time. Right hand to the floor, left arm up. And lean over to the right side, sitting bones on the floor. And other side. Same thing here. Move with your breath. Back and forth. And next time you're leaning over to the right side, just stay here. Create some space. Left side, your waist, rib cage, and other side. And come back. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Place your fingers, press palms to the ceiling, shoulders down. Engage your core here. You're not arching your back, even rib cage comes in a little. Feel your breath all the way to the belly. And let go. Coming over. Or actually, before we come over, let's give some massage to your feet. Take your right foot and start to massage the ball of the foot here. Pressing your thumbs in or anything else that feels good. And then move to the middle. Oh, this is good. Into the heel. Even use your fist here. Roll up and down. And then to the top of the foot, same thing. Make sure your ankle is relaxed. And you can just roll. Just go with what feels good. And other side, left foot. So yoga is also about being mindful, learning to be aware of all those thoughts that goes on all day long in your mind without judging them. Bring awareness to them. That's the first step. And when you get used to it, You can more and more start to separate that your thoughts are only thoughts. It doesn't mean that they are true. The thoughts are not you. And the front. Good job. Let's come over. So sitting on your heels, knees about hip width apart. You can have your hands behind your back, fingertips on the floor, and then take one knee up and then the other. Or if you want to take your hands and move slowly and gently, working the ankles here. And then hands behind, and see if you can take your knees off the floor. So you should feel a good stretch for ankles. Remember, never any pain in yoga, then back out. If you're uncomfortable, that's okay, but no pain. One more breath in and out here. And come down. Good job. Cat-cow variation. So hands to the floor under your shoulders. Spread your fingers. Knees about hip width apart. Do a little different cat-cow today. And if it doesn't work, you can do the regular. So taking your knees off the floor and round your back. Knees on the floor, tuck your toes and come to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, curl your toes, working your spine. And if it's too much to take your knees off the floor, just keep them on the floor the whole time. Inhale, exhale, cat. And next time you're in cat, hold it here. Use your core. Navel into spine, press the floor away. And come down. First down dog of the day. Tucking your toes and come up. Taking your right heel to the floor, bend the left knee. And switch. Left heel on the floor. Sorry. Right knee bend. And then you can just pedal your feet out. Hips move from side to side. Coming to stillness in down dog. So you're forming a V or inverted V. If you can, heels on the floor, otherwise just bend your knees. So you want a straight line from your hips all the way to your wrists. Shoulders away from your ears. Relaxing your jaw, your head. Few more breaths here. Engage your core. If you have a shoulder problem, you can kind of rotate out in your shoulders and see how that feels. And center your right foot. Actually, yeah, just do the right foot. And then left foot behind you. Three-legged dog. Bending your right knee and open up that left hip to the ceiling. Still pressing your hands to the floor. Inhale, straighten your left leg. And exhale, come forward with your left foot in between your hands. And right knee on the floor. So we usually start with the other leg, so I figure we switch it out today. From here, just feel your hips where they are. And then come up. You can place your hands on your knee or arms up. Hips press forward. Front knee is over the ankle. Breathe here. Hands to the floor. Tuck your back toes, back knee off the floor. Straightening both legs. If you have blocks or something, you can place your hands on those. And from here, maybe just relax your head. So the back heel doesn't have to be on the floor. Doesn't matter if it doesn't work. Bend your front knee again. Come all the way up. High lunge. Back leg is straight. Back heel is off the floor. Inhale here. And exhale. And next exhale, twist to the left side, looking back. And of course, if this doesn't work for you, you can always place the back heel on the floor. From here, take your right hand on the floor, coming into side plank. So you're turning your right foot to the floor. So you're on the side, flexing your feet. If this is too much, one foot in front of the other. And if it's still too much, keep your right knee on the floor, like this. Option here. Maybe feet together. Breathe. So if you are in side plank without the knee on the floor, maybe grab a hold of that left big toe and guide it to the front. If you have your right knee on the floor, just take your left foot forward. Runner's lunge, and then high lunge again. Inhale here, and exhale, spring forward, hands on the floor, right leg back. Really press that left foot into the floor or four corners. Right foot comes forward, fold in half, and press yourself up. Palms in front of your heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, hinge at the hips. Legs are straight. And if that's not comfortable, you can always bend your knees. Inhale, halfway up, torso parallel to the floor. Exhale, fold. And come to plank. Hold it here, engage your core. Press the floor away. And down dog. And this time, right leg behind you, three-legged dog. Bend the knee and open your right hip to the ceiling. Three-legged dog again. Inhale and exhale. Bend your right knee, come forward. Low lunge. Take your time, set it up. 90-degree. Angle with the front knee. Maybe arms up. Hands to the floor. Back, toes on the floor. Straighten both legs. Maybe fold. relaxing your jaw. Where do you feel the tension in your body? Just observe. Bend the front knee. Come all the way up. High lunge. Left heel off the floor. Exhale. Twist to the right side. Maybe look back. And as I said, on the other side, you can always place your right knee, a left knee on the floor if you need to. Look forward, left hand on the floor, turn to the right side, and come up, side plank, your variation. Again, you can have the knee on the floor. One pose is not better than the other. You're working with your own body. It's not a competition. And then however you get your right foot to the front, runner's lunge, high lunge. Ready to spring up? Come forward, hands on the floor, left leg parallel to the floor, flex the left foot here. You can use blocks and place your hands on. And left foot forward, fold in half, relax your head. Inhale, reach all the way up. Palms in front of your heart center. Half sun salutes, just a few times. Deep breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold in half. Head is relaxed. Inhale, halfway up. And place your hands on your shins or fingertips on the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Hands in front of your heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Hands in front of your heart center. Awesome. Let's move on. So we are concentrate on feet and ankles again. See if you can spread your toes and then move back and forth here. Feel some areas that you usually don't pay attention to in your feet. And then pause. Flex your right foot. Heel is on the floor. All the time breathing in and out through your nose. And other foot. And come up on both toes at this edge, not toes, both feet at the same time, balls of the feet. And balance here. Breathing. Maybe this is difficult for you. If you have a wall next to you, you can always use that to assist you. And come down. If you can feel the center of your feet, spread your toes, hands on your heart. Close your eyes if it's comfortable. Let's breathe in all the way from your feet, up your legs, your spine, to the head. And then exhale from the crown of the head all the way down to your feet. Release anything that doesn't serve you. Thoughts, tension in your body. Let's do this one more time. Inhale from the feet and up. Do it on your own, in your own pace. Maybe you feel the energy spreading out to the earth underneath your feet. Slowly open your eyes, shake it out. Front of, or actually middle of the mat. Take your left foot forward and then top of that right foot comes back. So your toes are kind of, the top of the feet are to the floor. So you should feel this in the front of your right foot and ankle. See where your edge is in this pose. Again, no pain. And from here, we're balancing on the left foot and leg. Right knee forward. Hold your hands as support here. Check in with your breath. Still breathing. Always adjust if I'm saying something that doesn't work for you. Listen to your inner voice. From here, taking a big step back with your right foot, coming into warrior two. So feet are hip width apart, hips square to the front knee over the ankle, back heel is on the floor. Once you find that, arms up. How do you feel in this pose? Is it calming for you? Do you feel agitated? Just sit with it. Whatever you feel is okay. Interlace your hands behind your back. Shoulder blades together. Maybe even a little arch here. Opening your heart up. From here, inhale and exhale to humble warrior. Coming forward with your torso. Your left shoulder can rest on the knee or on the inside. Reach your arms up. Relax your head. And slowly press yourself up. Turn to the right side. Wide stand. Feet are parallel. Exhale, fold. Hands on the floor. Or if you prefer, you can have a grab opposite elbow and just hang. Otherwise, if your hands are on the floor, see if you can walk them in between your feet. Inhale and exhale and relax your head. Weight is towards the balls of the feet, not the heels. You may feel a good stretch in the back of your legs. And relax and breathe. Forward folds are very soothing. Your nervous system, calming you down. Release stress. And slowly walk your hands forward. If you have a bad back, you can place your hands on your hips. Otherwise, arms out, airplane arms. Press yourself up. To the front again. Coming into high lunge. Coming into balancing pose. So see if you can come up. Grab that right knee. And then setting up tree pose. So your right heel, I'll move so you can see. Right heel on the inside of the left thigh. If you may not get your foot that far up and you want the knee out to the side, you can even keep the toes on your right foot on the floor. Perfect pose. And see where your thoughts go in this pose. Your mind focused. Are you calm? Do you have a lot of thoughts? Mindful, observe. Some of you may want to take your arms up. You can even look up or close your eyes. Play with it. Doesn't matter if you fall out of the pose. That is not what yoga is about. Doesn't matter. And slowly come down with your right foot. Shake it out. We have one side left. So middle of the mat again. This time, take your right foot forward and top of that left foot to the mat. This is a good stretch, at least I like it. Inhale and exhale. Left knee forward. Take your hands to the knee. Find your focus. Breathing. And then big step back with the left foot. Setting up warrior one on this side. So again, hips hip width apart. And even put your hands on your hips. You can guide them forward. Arms up maybe. Interlace your hands behind your back, shoulder blades together. Straighten your arms and exhale. Fold to humble warrior. Right shoulder on the right knee or the shoulder on the on the inside. Relaxing your head, your jaw. Maybe you can feel all those tiny muscles in your ankles when you're in this pose, trying to balance. Those muscles we usually don't pay attention to. And press yourself up. Turn to the left side. Fold in half. Again, you can grab your elbows or hands to the floor. Relaxing your head. Few more breaths here. And again, walk your hands forward, hands on your hips or airplane arms. Press yourself up. Front of the mat. Set up high lunge again. You can already now start seeing yourself visualize being in tree pose. Standing tall and strong. Bring up. Hold your knee. And then set up your variation of the tree pose. With your breath, it's hard for you, make sure you're still breathing. Maybe arm variations. As said before, yoga, part of yoga is ahimsa, which is non-violence. And that is not just not being violent to others, it's kind to yourself, your body, and your thoughts. Few more breaths wherever you are. And hands in front of your heart center. Shake it out. Okay, let's use the ball if you have one. If you don't, you can just move the ankles around and take your toes back and forward. So if you have a ball, place it under your right foot. And if you have a wall, you can even use the wall to hold your hand on to be more stable. And let's just start rolling back and forth. There's no special rule here, just Just do what works for you. So you want to put a little pressure with your foot. Feel it, different areas. Maybe press your toes into the ball. I like kind of the middle here. Well, let's do the other side. Same thing. Rolling. If you have an exercise ball, it's a little bit more bouncy, so it really works when you put some pressure on it. Okay, great. Let's put the ball away. We may use it one more time later. Coming down to a squatting position. So feet hip width or a little wider, toes out to the side, and come down, palms together, elbows on the inside of the knees, pressing out, and you're pressing the elbows in. If your heels are not on the floor, you can always use your mat, roll it, roll it, roll it, and then place your heels on the mat. Another option is if you have a full block, this is a smaller block, you can sit on this. So your goal is here, have a nice spine, strong, straight spine, opening your hips, working your ankles. And close your eyes here. If you're new to this pose, it may not be comfortable at all. Just work on your breath, stay with your breath. As everything else, it takes patience. Get used to something so your body learns to relax. From here, open your eyes. You can take your right hand to the floor and take your left hand on the knee and maybe even open up here a little. You can take your left heel off the floor, maybe already off the floor. Trying to create some space here. Stay there. Some of you want to bind, taking your left hand behind you and bind your hands. If you do, you're opening that left shoulder even more, looking back. Take a break if it's too much to stay in this pose for this long. Nothing wrong with a break. Let's do other side. Left hand forward, pressing that left knee gently away from you. Stay there, or maybe bind behind. Two more breaths here. And let go. Top of the feet to the floor. Shake it, roll it. From here, tuck your toes. You want to be more on the balls of the feet than on the tippy toes. And then sit back. Another pose that I know is not always comfortable. Coming into eagle arms, take your right arm under the left, palms pressed together, elbows together, opening the back here of your shoulders. If that doesn't work for you, you can just give yourself a big hug. Breathe all the way to your feet. Inhale all the way to the crown. And exhale down, release. Inhale, arms out, and switch it around. Left arm under cross. If you start feeling agitated, calm yourself, come out of the pose, work on your breath. 2 more breaths here. And let go. Good work, everyone. Let's take a mini pause in child pose. Your big toes can touching. You can have wide knees, arms back or arms forward. Or maybe even make fists and put your forehead on top, whatever works for you. I'm not staying too long. Feel your body parts touching earth, earth supporting you, relaxing your hips, relaxing your jaw, feeling the breath all the way to the belly. And slowly press yourself up or get too comfortable. Coming into hero pose. So you want to take your flesh up your calf muscles to the sides and sit down. So you want both sitting bones on the floor. If that hurts your knees, you can sit on a block, a book, pillow, anything. And if it doesn't work at all, you can just sit on your heels. We're taking a few breaths here. And if you are sitting on your heels, you can take your arms behind you, shoulder blades together, arch your back here, look forward, or hang your head back, sorry. If you're in hero pose, some of you, depending on how flexible you are, you may want to come down. Don't overdo this pose. Doesn't matter what pose you are doing. Find what works for you. Let's stay here for a few more breaths. And slowly, if you're all the way back, come up. Coming to gate pose. So up on your knees. Take your right foot out. Your your toes kind of align with the knee here. Reach your left arm up and side stretch. Creating some more space in your lungs, rib cage for your breath. From here, hands to the floor and send your right leg back. Coming to cat-cow variation. You can keep both hands on the floor if that's more comfortable for you. Otherwise, left arm reach forward. Inhale here, exhale, round your back. See if you can grab a hold of your knee with your left hand and then extend again. Inhale and exhale. Move at your own pace, move with your own breath. Extend, left hand on the floor, tuck your back foot and toes on the floor, pressing back. And slowly come up. Let's do other side. Left foot out, reach your right arm up and over. Hands in front of you and left foot back. Right arm forward. Inhale and exhale, round your back. Moving back and forth, cat-cow. One more time. Right hand on the floor, tuck the back. Just press back here. Awesome. Come down on your back. Feet about hip width apart. Heels under your knees. And in the beginning, let's inhale, arms reach over your head to the floor behind you, extended bridge. And exhale, come down. Curl yourself up to a little ball, feet off the floor, hands on the knees or shins. Shoulders on the floor, hands on the floor, legs up. You can flex your feet and then toes out to the sides, kind of like ballet here. Engage your core and come down with your legs, almost all the way down. Hover. If your back hurts, place your hands, I'll show you, under your sacrum here. That helps to alleviate some of that. And then legs up again. Bend your knees. Curl up to a little ball. Feet on the floor. So we're going to do this a few times. Inhale, extended bridge. Exhale, knees in, ball. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, use your core. Hover for a few breaths. Inhale up. Bend your knees. Feet, hands to the floor. Inhale, extended bridge. You can move with your own breath here. Legs down and come up. Ball. Hands, feet on the floor. Extended bridge. Ball. Send legs up, down. And just stop and pause, extended bridge pose. Grab a hold of your opposite elbows if that feels good. Slowly come down, coming into happy baby pose. So grab a hold of your feet from the outside, flex your feet, bend your knees, and press gently down with your hands here. So optimal, you may not be there today, you want your ankles over your knees, sacrum is on the floor. You can stay here in stillness or maybe move from side to side. If you want, you can even extend one leg out, the other knee bent. Just play with it, see what feels good. And slowly come down, legs out on the floor. Bend your right knee in. Press it down gently with your hands. Right hand out to the side and look over to that right hand. And then gently guide that bent knee over to the other side. You want your shoulder blades on the floor and working on getting that bent knee towards the floor. Supine twist. You have strong ankles and feet and flexible in that area. It can help you balance better and prevent falls. Easy to trip and fall, especially when you get older. And also creates more range of motion in that area. So you get that spring in your step back. And let's come back to the middle, switch legs, left knee in. Left hand out to the side, look over to the left, and guide your knee to the right side. Again, if you have pain maybe in your knees, your hips can actually be due to weakened feet, something you may not always think about. Slowly come to the middle, hands under your knees, roll up and down a few times. Give your spine some massage and come all the way up. Almost done. A few more things. If you have that ball, grab it again. If you don't have a ball, you can just massage your feet as we did in the beginning. I'm going to use the ball under my right foot, kind of what we did when we were standing up. Hands can be behind you. Rolling back and forth, maybe circles, maybe pause. Another option is to hold the ball and just move back and forth on your foot. Let's switch to the other side. See if you can find that really good spot. Okay. Hopefully your feet are happy now. Before we come into Shavasana, corpse pose, do breathing exercise, pranayama, as we call it in Sanskrit. So sit comfortable, cross-leg position. So you want your shoulders over your hips. So you have that forward tilt with your hips. If you're rounding, take a bolster or something and sit up. Because you want the breath to flow easily all the way to the belly. If you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. Let's do a jai breath, the breath we usually do during cat-cow. So you're restricting the back of your throat and it sounds like the ocean. When you're exhaling, you actively draw the navel into the spine to get the air out, moving from the belly all the way up to the rib cage and chest. And when you inhale, you imagine it's a balloon, so the whole belly is filled with air, like you're filling a balloon. Active breath. Move at your own pace, just a few more times. And let it go. Normal breathing in and out through your nose. You feel an energy moving around, circulating inside your body, surround you. Notice, observe. Of course, you're welcome to continue and sit. If you want to meditate, maybe you have a mantra, you can do that. If you don't have a mantra, you can use the mantra peace or anything that works for you. Om. The rest of us, let's come down. Final relaxation in corpse pose. So feet hip width apart, a little wider. Let your toes hang out to your sides. Palms facing up. Chin slightly tucked. Close your eyes. It's normal breathing in and out through your nose. If you have an eye pillow, it'd be nice to place it over your eyes. Be here, relaxing. Nothing needs to be a certain way or perfect, just the way you are. Relax your feet, your ankles, relax your shin, knees, quads, relax your calves, hamstrings, relax your hips, relax your belly, your chest. Relax your sacrum, lower back, upper back. Relax your fingers, hands, and wrists. Relax your forearms, upper arms. Relax your shoulders and neck. Relax your jaw, these muscles, top of your head. Whole body is completely relaxed. Slowly start deepening and lengthening your breath. Bring awareness back to your physical body. Start moving your toes, your fingers. Reach your arms up over your head. Maybe point your toes, stretch. And come over to the right side, resting on the upper right arm, knees bent, fetal position. Take a few breaths here. And when you're ready with your eyes still closed, come up to seated, comfortable position. And take a moment, scan your body, see how you feel compared to when you started the class. Especially attention, see how your feet, your ankles are. And also inward focus on your mind, on your thoughts. Take a moment, thank yourself for being here today. It will benefit not only you, but everyone around you, and it will have a ripple effect throughout the world. Just be thankful you have a body, you can move, doesn't matter how flexible you are, that will come with time. Palms together in front of your heart center. Remember that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing your beautiful practice. I hope to see you soon again. Bow your head to seal this practice. Namaste.
Don't forget to share the love by subscribing to my channel and contribute with a comment too.